I just didn't, honestly, I just didn't know that. I always felt, and I think you're with me on the same page because this exact, I'm just gonna go back to the exact conversation that we were having. I was like, man, or we were saying about these athletes, right? Oh, we see them on the screen playing so well, having so much success, right? But we never sit down and think that what are they doing on the daily, right? It's like that Instagram story kind of thing, right? Like we see all the highlights, right? And we just get caught up
Right.
with that. We never think of what this guy was doing throughout the year, each and every day, right? He was waking up at a certain time. He has kicked the ball 1,000 times in the same day, and he has to do that every single day. The day he doesn't, somebody else who's doing it takes over his position. That's how. And again, isn't of course, man. Like we're all humans, bro. We do get bored. Of course, of course. There's no ifs or buts about it. I don't think this is even up for debate. We do get bored, regardless of how much passion you have, bro. Like, regardless of how much passion you have, right? So this concept of boredom, actually, I think we both try to reverse the understanding, and we were talking about how linguistics play a part. Just the word boredom comes, we start thinking negative of it. Oh, that I have to fill this space, right? We're not understanding that boredom is where success lies. Like really, like so
I
this.
agree. I
Mm,
agree with you on the boredom
mm,
part
mm,
because I think like, boredom can be leveraged for success. But the pain of boredom is what turns a lot of people away from their dreams and goals, right? Because no one wants to be bored, and we will find quick fixes to entertain ourselves to keep our mind occupied. No one is going to sit down 2 hours every day, 7 days a week to read a book. After they might do it for 3 days, they might even do it for a week, but most people give up, right? You know what they say about like habits, right? It takes 2 months to form a habit and 8 months to create a lifestyle. Most people fail within the first 30 days. And I think
mm,
like about 50% of them fail because they were bored.
mm,
They don't understand that, you're not like I this is you might have to correct me on this one. I
mm.
feel that the word boredom is very liberally used when it comes to consistency. And I think part of the problem is because of what sort of like technologies we have and access to entertainment and information we have, that we are in a constant need to keep our brain occupied. And if it's
Mhm.
not occupied, like, I don't want to do this, the dopamine is not hitting me, right? And that's what turns a lot of people away from this one. And I think like you mentioned to me, maybe you did, you might have to remind me, is we sort of talked about like how to sort of overcome this boredom, because it will find you no matter what
Mhm.
you do, no matter how passionate you are, it will find you, right? And it will turn you away from like the path of consistency. Do you have any like sort of tricks, or do you have any sort of like solutions you have developed to avoid getting bored, or to avoid you straying away from the path of being consistent?
Like as you say this, honestly, I'm just looking at a solution in my on my desk right now because I do like a one is a physical solution that I've made and one's a mental solution that I've made, and I'll tell you and I'll share both of them with you. The mental solutions that I've tried to my association with boredom, my understanding of boredom, what the word means, I've changed in my mind. The boredom actually has become uh, the meaning of boredom has become requirement for me. Actually, this is what's required, Ali. It's not boredom. This is what is required of me for me to sit down, for me to go through. Like this is what is differentiating me right now from the 99% of the people. I'm wholeheartedly listening to something and not going on YouTube shorts for 5-10 minutes and distracting myself. So one thing has been the meaning of the word itself, boredom. I actually now get a little bit excited that I'm like, man, I'm getting bored doing this. That means I'm really doing it. That means I must be really consistently doing it because I feel a little bit boredom. But that's
So,
that's one.
so, so,
Uh,
I just want to really pick this up because I think you said very important, something very important here. Uh, so, are you saying that in your mind you changed your association with boredom?
100%. Because what do you like when like even when a kid says, "Hey, I'm bored," right? What is
Right.
he asking? What is he like? In a way, what is he asking for? He's asking
Give,
to be entertained,
yes.
right? Like that. Hey, fill this gap for me, right? But
Right.
I'm saying, man, that in that moment of boredom, right? So I'm saying that I am not like boredom. Actually, boredom has become now more like focused or undistracted. Let's call boredom undistracted. That's how I'm trying to phrase it, right? I am undistracted right now, right? I don't know if that's the correct word. Undistracted, Aman? I'm
I would say like let's just go with the word. We'll figure out
yeah.
if it's if it's right or not. But
But
this
but
is a,
but
no,
listen.
because you made a very good point. Like, and I'm just like ruminating over it right now in my head, changing your association with boredom, and you say that because you're doing this, it tells you that you are on the right path, right? That you are doing something that is worth doing. Am I saying that right to you?
100. I feel this way. Yeah.
So can I just dive a little deeper into this,
Uh-huh.
because I think that anyone that is listening to this, it would be worth understanding. This wasn't something that happened overnight, right? Like this association shift.
No, not
So
overnight.
so can you like in your mind like what do you think that led to this, right? Because for a lot of people, like this would be the key to like just sit down and do the work that they need to be doing for the life that they want, right? And people are avoiding that, and you've just given like gold here, that change your association with boredom, and I'm just sitting here, yeah, that's right, like that makes sense, because that means I'm doing the right thing. But I want to understand, how did you arrive at that?
Man, it's so no man. The reason I kind of laughed or giggled at that is because the answer the question is the answer, because you know how I figured out this by being bored.